Hi everyone, John Stevens here, and today we're going to be talking about finding your perfect framing. This is really important. This automatically lets casting agents, directors, producers, anyone watching you, it lets them know immediately that you are well trained and that you are set ready. So here we go. Here's what you need to know. Number one, what is casting looking at when they're checking out your self-tapes or when you're auditioning on Zoom? They're checking out right here. So we need to be able to see your eyes. That's the most important part for casting. Oftentimes I'll look at people's self-tapes and give them critiques, and many times they are too far away. And many times they're not framed properly, where they have way too much dead space above their head. We don't want that. We want to make sure we fill the frame just like we do in television and film, and we're going to have ourselves come all the way up nice and close. You want to put a fist on your head. That's about how much room we want between the top of your head and the top of the frame. So if you have put a fist on your head and you kind of adjust, you'll get to that perfect sweet spot. Now, in terms of the lower half of the framing, we want to go just below the ball of the shoulder, all right? That's about where we want to cut off. That way we stay nice and focused. We can see a little bit of movement in the shoulders, but we don't have hands flying in, which can be very distracting. The other thing that I want to chat with you guys about is also, of course, having proper lighting. In order to make sure that your backdrop and you really stand out, you need to properly light both. That means having lighting on the backdrop and having lighting on you. That's going to make you stand out and look super professional and ready, and like you understand what the director or the casting director is trying to accomplish in each scene. The other thing that you want to take a look at is you want to make sure your audio is clean. That means making sure that we don't have dogs, birds, cats, other animals making noise in the background. That also goes for other family members who might be having a conversation or might be playing a game or what have you. During Zoom auditions or during a workshop or showcase or a self-tape session, you want to make sure that you have perfect quiet. One thing that will really help is also make sure you're doing your self-tapes in a room that has a lot of fabric. Fabric absorbs sound, so you won't get an echoey kind of chamber sound. It'll sound really nice and clean if you're in a room that has some heavy carpeting, some heavy drapes, etc. One more tip that's going to really help you stand out is making sure that the camera is at the proper height. Your camera should be at eye level. We want to make sure that it feels like you're talking right at us and that it feels connected right here. And again, what does casting want to see? Your eyes. So we want to make sure that it's at eye level. If the camera is too low, you'll be shooting up at yourself, especially for Zoom auditions and things like that. You want to elevate your computer so that it's at eye level. I've seen people do Zoom auditions by putting it up on a ladder, a rung of a ladder. Whatever you need to do to get the camera at eye level, that is what the industry standard is. So make sure that you have all of those things in place and you're going to look like a pro. We want to make sure that when you showcase in the best light possible.